Yo, alright. Welcome to Quarantine TV. I hope everybody's doing good. Alright, so we're stuck at home like everybody else in Hong Kong. I thought it would be a good time to just go over, cleaning my RC cars and so on. And thought like I got quite a few weird cars or handmade cars or just other chassis that maybe people want to see and learn about, and so I thought I'm gonna start to make some videos just showing the different chassis I have, different cars I have. So I want to start with this one, which is a car that I'm actually still in the process of testing and fitting and so on, because it's a pretty unique little chassis here. So as you can see, it's a full thick 3mm plate pan car that's 210 and 170 with 4-wheel drive, belt drive, that I designed I don't know, a year ago, I guess, something like that. And originally it was designed to be like something like the Bury Racer, not in the setup of the car, but by having a solid axle at the back and a one-way in the front, and that didn't work at all. So it's now actually a pretty conventional car. I got a gear diff at the rear, solid in the front, and it's actually a really good car on good flat tracks, carpet tracks, or good asphalt tracks. And it's using basically all free racing parts. The belt, the small belt and the long belts are from the free racing touring chassis. I forgot which one, the cheap one, the cheapest one they have. And the diffs as well, and the solid axle as well. The pulleys are 3D printed. I 3D printed the pulley here, the one in the middle that makes the belt actually, the long belts work on the short wheelbase. And the rear one, it's the differential, and then I have two of the plastic pulleys from the diff kit, and I just stick them together, super glue them on it, so then I can have a double pulley, and the motor goes on the 3D printed motor mount here. And then what else is from free racing? The links are from free racing. I mean the CVDs are from free racing, from the M chassis they have. So front and rear. And the suspension setup that I have, I don't know if you can see, but it's basically like the Kyosho Spada. It's just a small spring that's underneath here. I have harder one in the front and softer one in the back. Yeah, you can see clearly here. And so basically the car is really a lot like an old pan car. It's really stiff, really hard. So that's why like it doesn't do good on bumpy tracks, but it does extremely well on good tracks. Everyone, cheer. And so yeah, what else to say about the car? It's 3D printed parts. There's quite a few. The triangles in the front and in the rear are 3D printed. The top plate is carbon fiber, pretty thick as well. I think it's too thick. I should have cut them in 2mm instead of 3mm, but well, that's what I have. And the holder for the diff in the front and in the rears are 3D printed. Engine mounts is 3D printed. Battery mount, basically everything is 3D printed except for the few free racing parts that I have. The wheels as well are 3D printed. This is something I started doing on my Kyosho Spada because I couldn't find the foam wheels for it, and I couldn't find M-size foam wheel as well. So those are the Yokomo CRT, and then I just designed those wheels that I print in ABS, and those do fantastic. I've never broken one. I'm driving it with the Spada a lot. I have a lot of cars that are using that. Those foams don't have a very long lifespan. They are pretty soft, but they're good. And so that's what I have. They are narrower in the front than in the rear. And yeah, you see at the back, basically I have the same setup. It's the same parts in the front and in the rear, except here I have the steering setup here, and at the back there are the turnbuckles that are just mount it to these other carbon parts, and then I have a tiny diffuser with some little cool stuff sticking out. So it's basically all the same parts shared all around, all across the car. And yeah, this is yellow because I've been testing on this car for a long time, and sometimes I don't have black in my printer. That's what I have. And let me show you the body I have with this car. Alright, so that's the body I'm using, the BT design, the Lotus. And let's fill it on. Yeah, here you go. You see, I have a hole here because the motor sticks out a little bit from this body. This body is really sucked in on the sides here. Yeah, so here you go. That's my 112 4-wheel drive handmade pan car by SDR, which means me. Yeah, fun little car. And that's about it for the car. I think would be cool if other people shared whatever they built or the chassis that they have that they like on the page. This way we can have a little, you know, chat and share, and then keep us busy during the day when we don't have much to do. And yeah, I'll try to do like one of those a day. I have around 30 plus chassis at home that I can show, so should be good to go until the end of this crazy quarantine. Alright, so that was the COVID special number 1, and hopefully there'll be more. Alright, stay safe everyone, bye bye.